As soon as we saw Ryland's hair, we knew we had to make a fashion video.
And it went crazy from there.
This is Kids Trying to Do News, where kids try to do news. Today we are going to talk about the history of fashion. Fashion has changed and evolved over the years. In the 1950s, women wore very nice dresses and hats when going to restaurants, stores, and church. Now women wear jeans and tennis shoes. Another fashion piece that was popular were bell-bottoms. These were popular in the 70s and now they are back.
Hi, Miss Stover. We're going to ask you some questions about the fashion from the past. Did you wear bell-bottoms?
I did wear bell-bottoms. I am the third oldest person here at the school, so I was a teenager in the 70s, which was the days of the hippies, and I wore bell-bottoms, fringe, handkerchiefs around your head, old clothes, holes in them. So similar to today, but grungier probably in them. A little crazy, a lot of wild colors, a lot of peace signs on everything.
This is Mr. Holly. We're going to ask him some questions about fashion. Did you ever wear bell-bottoms growing up?
Yeah, I had a pair of bell-bottoms one time. I only bought one pair though because I had to beg Dad to get us the other one.
What type of clothes did you wear when growing up?
When I was growing up, I had clothes to wear to school, and then I came home and I had to change into play clothes. That way, I wasn't allowed to wear anything like play clothes. I wasn't allowed to wear if our jeans got a rip in them. No, we couldn't do that. And now, that's all y'all buy is jeans with rips.
Hi, I'm Jace.
And I'm Kyle.
And we're Kids Try to Do Sports Style.
Where kids try to do sports style. The prices in shoes have changed a lot over the years because it went from like $30 to around $120.
No one used to wear tennis shoes. They used to wear dress shoes. Who could ever think that you can invest in shoes?
I knew a guy that bought these for $300 and now they're worth $7,000.
And if you have a black one, they cost 10 grand.
That's a lot.
You better baby these things. They cost a lot of money.
Baseball and football cleats have changed by the spikes on the bottom of their shoes. That makes them a lot faster.
That reminds me of old legend Jesse Owens.
He won 4 gold medals in the 1936 Olympics.
And boy was Hitler mad. Check this out.
He was running with grandma sneakers, no cleats, and he was running on a dirt track.
Grandma shoes!
That's unbelievable.
I know.
Hi, I'm Kaylee.
And I'm Robert.
This is Kids Trying to Do Work Fashion.
We're kids trying to do work fashion.
Can you believe that over 50 years ago, jeans were considered for poor people and people who work?
Yeah, did you know that jeans have evolved over the years since 1873, where Levi's made the first jeans? They were overalls.
A vintage pair of Levi jeans sold at an auction is over $60,000.
Dang, $60,000, that's a good investment.
Why is it important to wear the stuff you do during construction?
Mainly, it is important for safety. In construction, there are lots of issues and problems that could happen. So you wear a construction hard hat. So if anything falls on your head, just like you would wear a helmet doing a bicycle, you also wear a high visibility vest so people can see you. You don't blend in. And it is also important to wear steel-toed boots so that if anything falls on your feet, it doesn't break your toes.
This is Mr. Wills, and he has experience with some construction and steel-toe boots.
Why is it important to wear steel-toe boots during construction?
Well, you know, with the steel-toe boots, not only do they protection for your toes if something were to hit them, they also are designed in an extreme case to actually shear off the toes to keep the toes from being crushed completely. When they are sheared off, they are able to be reattached by the doctors.
I'm
Aubrey.
And I'm Rowan.
And this is Kids Trying to Do Fashion.
We're kids trying to do fashion.
Today we are interviewing Maddie, who designs fashion pieces.
We thought that interviewing someone who is a fashion expert would give us a better idea about fashion.
When did you get into fashion?
So I went to West Virginia University. I'm from West Virginia. I don't know if you guys knew that. I'm from Raleigh County too. And I went to West Virginia University and I went to their fashion program there. And then I got a job after college and I moved to New York.
What's your favorite style of fashion?
I think that the best style of fashion is personal style because there's so much style that I think it's best when people dress to be unique and they dress like themselves. That's what I think.
Do you like modern fashion better or vintage fashion?
I like vintage fashion. I think it was made better. People used to make less of a single garment. Like nowadays, when you buy something from the store, there's probably like millions of them all over the world that people are buying. But used to be people would make just a couple, a handful, maybe 100 and sell those. So they made them with better quality. So they lasted longer. So I think that's why I like vintage fashion better.
What kind of jobs did you have in fashion?
So I'm a designer. So I actually brought some little drawings so you could see the kind of stuff that I do also. But what I did was when I first got into fashion, I did embroidery and embellishment. So just little things on top of fabric, little sparkly things or things made with stitches on top of fabric. And then I moved on to making full clothes with a brand. Let me show you guys these little illustrations. So this is the kind of stuff that I would do. You see these illustrations? And this is like how we would pick our fabrics and what we were going to decide this dress would look like. And then you would move on and you would illustrate it in those different colors to decide what you wanted it to look like. You guys can see that okay?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. And then even here you can see I'm making notes to decide when I go to stitch this, how I'm going to put it together. So that's what my job was.
Are you glad that mullets are back?
I think mullets are really cool. I love all different types of hairstyles, but yeah, mullets are awesome.
What do you think about country fashion?
Well, when you talk about country fashion, it means a lot of things, but I am a big Dolly Parton fan. I love Dolly Parton. So I love Dolly Parton's fashion. I love all the rhinestones that she wears and the fringe. And I think it's the best country fashion is country music fashion.
Out of all of the fashion that we have discovered, we've come to the conclusion that there is no wrong fashion.
I like wearing boots and jeans.
And I like wearing jeans and a t-shirt. And I also respect the fact that Rylan can wear a mullet.
We would also like to give a special thanks to Maddie for letting us interview her.
Flapper dresses were invented during the Jazz Age. This relaxed but red silk dress with black fringe and headpiece accessory would be great to dance the night away during the roaring 20s. Lauren is wearing another flapper dress. It is black velvet with a matching black hat. This dress would have been a comfy, stylish dress to dance and swing that fringe doing the Charleston. Men's fashion in the 1920s made a statement. The zoot suit was created for a comedy show, but later the suit was associated with different ethnic groups. The suit was also associated with organized crime and gangs during the 1940s. The suit was considered controversial due to the wasteful use of cloth because the rations of wool during World War II. This is a black polyester two-piece dress with ruffles as trim. The outfit is accessorized with a black hat with feathers and netting. Gloves finish the look. This dress was worn by your average housewife in 1962. The jumper is red corduroy with a matching red floral blouse, complete with a customary scarf so the hairstyle would stay intact. This dress is a 1965 polyester black and white polka dot dress. Sheer sleeves make it great for a dinner date or to wear to church. Here we have a 1960s tie-dye silk dress with matching fringe. To complete the look, a matching silk scarf used as a headband. Headbands were popular in the late 1960s. As the 1970s approached, men wore silk shirts with wild colors.
Afros were very popular along with bell-bottom jeans.
This outfit would be worn maybe by a young person or a college student. Tie-dye was very popular along with fringe on all types of clothing. Jeans were starting to be part of everyone's clothing.
Along with bright colors, the 70s was known for lots of plaid. This outfit is from 1974, homemade for a 14-year-old girl. The pants are known as elephant legs because of the large pant leg. The puff sleeve was also very popular with chunky high heels. This is the 1970 lace top and brown hat styled with lots of jewelry and reminiscent of the Stevie Nicks style in the 1970s.
Next outfit was worn in 1978 to a homecoming dance. It's a wool blue plaid skirt with ruffles and a matching shawl.
During the 1980 homecoming, this red and black plaid wool jacket, complete with a fitted black wool skirt with matching red and black hat, was worn by Miss Vandal as she was crowned homecoming queen. Fur fashion peaked in the 1980s due to PETA. Full faux fur coats were a requirement for winter fashion. Fur trends go back to the 1870s during the Victorian age, where excess was best.
Up next, we have an original Shady Spring High School Grapper Girl sweater. These were worn by girls from the high school who kept score at wrestling matches.
This is a perfect example of a very popular item worn by Shady Spring High School students, the Letterman jacket. Here we have another example of a Shady Spring High School Letterman jacket complete with the hairstyle of the day, the bi-level, known today as a mullet. This jacket was worn by our own Miss Lowry in 1986.
Crime drama Miami Vice made this suit with a casual t-shirt popular in the 1980s. Add some sunglasses and loafers with no socks and you have a Miami Vice detective. No one wore this combo better than Detective Sonny Crockett.
The 1980s fashion holds a unique place in the fashion world. Big, bright, and loud eye-straining colors, the aerobic outfits, leggings, oversized sweaters, and even skinny jeans were made popular by Olivia Newton-John and Jamie Lee Curtis. And don't forget Cher. There's that Letterman jacket again, only now we've graduated from high school to college in the 1980s.
1980s was the era of extravagance and excess, huge hair and broad shoulders. After the power suit became popular with the huge shoulder pads, dresses soon followed. Notable shoulder pads were matched with dresses and puff sleeves to create a unique geometric shape and cut.
These pants made popular by MC Hammer, officially known as harem pants. MC Hammer's popular hip-hop song, Can't Touch This, featured him wearing the now infamous Hammer pants. Although thought to be new fashion, the harem pants can be traced back to the 1800s.
Hip-hop fashion started in the late 70s and 80s, but really became popular with the mainstream public in the 90s. Late 90s hip-hop fashion consisted of baggier, less designer looks. This style was adopted by many rappers like the Wu-Tang Clan and Snoop Dogg. The hip-hop group Run DMC, who famously adopted Adidas tracksuits and laceless sneakers. This look was inspired by the styles in New York at the time. Not sure about this ensemble. We decided it was cool. Long leather jacket and funky hat topped off with an umbrella. Remember, fashion is your own style.
KTDN is almost over and we're about to go to middle school.
We had so much fun doing the fashion show and we learned so much about fashion. Even though I wasn't in it.
Be sure to join us on May 24th in the gym for a brand new fashion show.
Bring $1 for donations.
And we really hope you enjoy it.
Yay! KTDN out!
Peace!
Oh, that's recording.
And really,
Okay, just go ahead and say it. I'm going to add it on. Ready?
Everybody, let's look real. We gotta find that one with the boat real quick.
Oh,
hit him with a pay.
Good.
Good?
Yeah!
Okay. We just want to say that we
Messed up.